Rogue Logic. This is the way.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rogue Logic. I just wanted to start out this evening with a small aside, and then I'm going to get right into the video. Here's something that I've always enjoyed, and I enjoy it when I'm able to do this for somebody. What's very nice to me, I think, is when you're given a gift, and you know it's not for anything. It's not your birthday. It's not a holiday, and that's when I actually like to give gifts the best, because the person, you found something perfect for them, and you just do it, and they're so surprised, and it's just a great feeling. So where I'm going is that I never thought, I am not going to ruin it, because believe me, it's worth the wait, but I never thought I would be thanking Marjorie Taylor Greene, for anything really at all. But I am. I'm thanking her for the gift she just gave to us, and I'm gonna let her be. Now the best part is she posted this herself. I think she felt that she was very proud of herself for owning the libs, and I think she thought this was quite a powerful speech. So I'm going to let everyone go ahead and watch this, because this is pure gold, and I think we're all going to get a lot of mileage out of this. So here we go, and here she is.
The United States spends over $50 billion US dollars in economic and military assistance to foreign countries. The American taxpayers send their money to countries all over the world. The question to ask is, what do these foreign countries do with our hard-earned tax dollars?
First of all, this is going to be fact checked, because I know she hasn't, and I guess Marjorie Taylor Greene does not have any concept of, I'm sure what she's trying to do here is create more xenophobia, and basically, and not, I know what she's doing, but I don't think she has any idea that we have relations and ambassadors, and there's all kinds of connections with other countries around the world. Go ahead though, Marge. Let's let you go.
The climate has been changing since the beginning of time.
Thank you, Marge. That was very informative.
That is a scientific fact. The climate will continue changing.
Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that is a scientific fact is just, that is the epitome of, okay, sure it is, Marge. Coming from you, it must be, because you know what else must affect the climate is definitely are the Jewish space lasers that are burning up the forests in California. So thank you for that.
At what point, the question is at what point does that mean that every single person from all over the world can just come into America because the climate is changing?
Not a thing. Not a thing at all. Not every person from all over the world is coming to America because the climate is changing.
We also have hurricanes, we have tornadoes, we have earthquakes. We have our own climate disasters in the United States. Everyone in the world experiences these things. But with over $50 billion in foreign aid.
There it is again. Now she's going to continue to say this amount, and I will check and see if that's accurate or not. Yes, we do send foreign aid around the world. That is a thing, Marjorie. And the thing is that this is a soundbite for her again. This is just, she's trying to make it seem as if she gives a goddamn rat's ass about Americans' hard-earned tax dollars.
You would think that these foreign these leaders and these governments would figure out a way to help their people with these problems.
There you go. There's the xenophobia. There's the reference to immigrants. And we all know what kind of immigrants that Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about here. We're not talking about the ones that I'm sure she deems acceptable, more than likely from Caucasian or we'll say European countries that are predominantly Caucasian. We know what you're talking about, Marge.
They could make the living conditions, their economies, their crime problems, everything they face in their countries, they could fix with our hard earned tax dollars. Climate change is not a reason to just allow anyone and everyone to come into the United States of America.
Anyone and everyone is not allowed, nor do they come into the United States of America. This is false.
It is absolutely absurd. And you have to be, I would think it's pretty difficult for most people. Most people don't buy the climate hoax. It's a hoax.
That is totally incorrect. And most of the world, the civilized world, does buy the climate change as a real thing. And I will put that up on the screen. And here's the thing. Just saying it doesn't make it so. So in a day and age where you've got your phone in your hand, but fact checking doesn't fit with what your story is, so you're not going to do it.
Because a lot of people make money on climate change. And
now, I won't interrupt her again. Just get ready because this is the best. This is the best part right here.
People
it's
are not
coming.
affecting climate change. You're going to tell me that back in the Ice Age, how much taxes did people pay and how many changes did governments make to melt the ice?
That is the question. And all I can say is every single time, Marge, every time I think you've done everything you possibly could do to make yourself seem as stupid as one possibly could be, you outdo yourself and you've done it again. That is a great question. I wonder how those governments melted that ice. And I wonder how the taxes of the, I guess they weren't taxed, all the people there. You know, Marge, you are the gift that keeps on giving. I never thought I'd say thank you to you, but thank you. And on behalf of all the late night talk show hosts and comedians everywhere, I'm going to thank you in advance. So thanks again. We'll see if
the climate is going to continue to change.
This is just more of the same now.
There's no reason to just open up our borders and allow everyone in and continue to funnel over $50 billion.
There it is.
Or however many billions of
She
dollars,
doesn't know.
billions of dollars to foreign countries all over the world simply because they don't like the climate change.
Not a thing. And it's even for her, it's pulled right out of nowhere. It's just stupid. All right, I'm gonna the last couple seconds is just more nonsense.
All right, everyone. You know, I don't know what to say after a while. I just what bothers me most, as funny as this is, it's just hilarious. But we all know in a way that it isn't, because when you have someone who is in Congress, who is a representative, I guess, to affect legislature, it kind of isn't funny. I mean, now, I've said something to the effect of this before. I'm not saying that everyone who doesn't know everything, about every little I don't know certain dates that certain things have happened. I mean, I'm pretty interested in historical events, so at least, but you should have some idea. I mean, some notion in your head about very basic things. And I mean, if you don't know that there were no governments during the Ice Age. I mean, this should alarm you. This woman has been elected to office in the
Not by me.
House of Representatives, and she does not understand that unless you're talking about early man in tribes, or woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, or what have you, that there were no governments. I mean, this is basic stuff. I knew as a child, I knew during the Ice Age that there were no governments to tax people. So this is alarming. It is funny. I mean, hey, we gotta you have to laugh at it, or but. And here's one more layer to this, and this is what's bothersome. I don't want to think forward and think that, I don't want to be pessimistic. But I will bet, unless there's some kind of huge awakening, I'll bet you she gets reelected. And that's the part that leaves me saying, if you believe in God, then may God help us all. And if you don't, then may we somehow find a way through this quagmire of idiocy. At any rate, that's it for tonight. I mean, there is no more. I don't have any more. So I guess thank you, Marge, and keep them coming, because it's amazing, and it's just like I said, it's great material. I mean, you can't write this yourself. So with that, I hope that we can all be kind to one another as much as possible. Be kind to animals always, because you can see what happens. They go extinct, like woolly mammoths and things, because they were taxed so heavily. I mean, these poor guys, I mean, they really just couldn't survive. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Peace.
You wouldn't have a couple of bucks to spare, would you, Ugtug?
Sorry, Jababa, the tax man cleaned out my cave.